Plumbing problems that cost homeowners thousands. You think a leaky faucet's bad? Wait till you see what really breaks the bank in plumbing. Now make sure you hang around to the end to see what the most expensive plumbing repair really is and things you might be able to do to avoid it. So number one, sewer line replacement. Now these are caused by tree roots. These are caused by collapse in soil, the ground, the movement, anything at all like that, corrosion in the line, maybe grease buildups, maybe bad chemicals that have been poured in the lines to try to clean the lines out. You've got to figure in all the costs for this, as in excavation, the length of the line, how long it is, because the more you got to dig, the more it's going to cost. Permits, all kinds of things like that. But how do you prevent it? Well, routine camera inspections can let you know if your lines are clean, if they're draining properly, maybe hydrojetting them. Do you need to put in a root treatment? Do you have big trees around your property that are actually getting into your sewer line and causing problems? Maybe not flushing non-degradables down the system. If you know for a fact they're probably not going to dissolve right after you put it in the water, you need to think about, should you put it in there at all? Now, water heater rupture. Now, ruptures don't normally happen, but when a tank does burst, really leaks severely, or it overheats, it can lead to things like this. Now, a rupture normally doesn't occur. Normally, a tank will crack and it'll cause problems. I love having the monitors up there that lets you know, hey, there's water in the pan and there shouldn't be. That way it could possibly keep you from having a flood. They can actually shut off the valve so there's no more water coming into the open line or the ruptured tank. Now, water damage to the surrounding areas, that gets to be the most expensive problem. It's not just replacing the water heater, it's when all the sheetrock, so your water heater's in the attic, all the sheetrock ends up down in the living room floor. The replacement of that water heater up front, man, it doesn't matter if it's $2,000 to $5,000. It's going to be a whole lot cheaper than the repair costs of replacing furniture, sheetrock, paint, carpet, flooring, anything that gets ruined. Annual flushing can help with this, and replacing your anode rod after the first year can help with this. The next one, pipe burst. Now this normally happens during the winter when it freezes. Why does it happen? Well, the freezing temperatures, poor insulation, not having heat tape on it, anything at all like that. So the costs you have to deal with are the water damage, the drywall, the flooring, mold remediation. Mold remediation gets to be expensive, and a lot of times you have to get out of the house. But you can prevent stuff like this by insulating the pipes properly, letting faucets drip in the wintertime if they're on an exterior wall. And I think smart shutoff valves are one of the smartest things you can have, because you can make it notify you saying, hey, your water's running. It's like, hey, there's nobody at the house. Let's turn it off. The next thing is backed up sewer into the house. Now, this is one that scares a lot of people. I used to get more emergency calls over this because water's coming up in the shower. It's going to overflow. Water's coming up around the toilet and it's spreading into the hallway. This is a problem. How do you prevent it? Well, regular maintenance. Do you ever call a plumber out just to run a camera? It's a hydrojet line to clean it out, make it like it was in the beginning. Hydrojets are great. They can clean your sewer line to where there's no grease buildup, no soft stoppages, anything like that in there. But also make sure not to flush wipes that shouldn't be flushed down the drain. Next is a main water line replacement. If it fails because of corrosion, root damage, pipe burst, whatever it is, the cost can depend on the distance from the meter to the house, because you may want to replace that whole line. If you have a hole or a leak in a line, I do recommend replacing the whole thing. But also the top pipe. If we go out to a house and it's got polybutylene in it, we just tell them, look, we just need to replace it. How do you prevent it? Well, you just monitor your pressure. There's not a lot you can do to prevent a line out in the yard from leaking. Annual inspections, check your meter every now and then. See, is it starting to leak, drip, sip, anything at all like that? And check your water quality. If you start getting brown, yucky water, it may be a sign that there's a leak out there, that dirt is getting into your water line. Now, another one is poor DIY repairs that need to be completely redone. Now, the common mistakes that turn into big costs are like they use the wrong fittings. They've got the improper slope, things that can actually lead to problems that damage more than they actually fixed. I've seen a line where they rigged what they did under a sink, where the leak was really back in the wall, and it just leaked and leaked and leaked. And then once they realized they've got water in their closet, they've got water under their lavatory cabinet, the cabinet needed to be replaced. The closet needed to be redone. Many problems like that, by having a friend come over and fix the plumbing, can lead to bigger problems. Another big one, gas line repair or replacement. If you've got a leak and you're not familiar with working on a gas line, I automatically recommend right there, call a plumber, because this is serious. You're in risk of explosion, fire, maybe carbon monoxide poisoning. And guys, this can get expensive. Now, there are some high costs. You've got an emergency response. If it's leaking in the middle of the night, turn off the gas to your house and call a plumber. Don't necessarily just call the city. The city or the gas company is going to turn off your gas. Now you've got to go through a complete re-inspection to get it turned back on. A plumber may just be able to come out there, fix it, and test it, and say, look, everything's fine. Then you've got the permits. You've got leak detection, finding out exactly where it is. Sometimes it may be a full replacement. This is not a try it and see it situation. You don't want to just try it and see if it works, because if you mess this up, and we're not just risking money, then you're risking lives. What are your children's or your family's lives worth? Now the big one. This is the most expensive plumbing repair I've ever seen. Slab leaks. Leaks in the pipe beneath the foundation. It can be a sewer line. It can be a water line. It can be either one. But why are they so expensive? Well, the leak location isn't cheap. We recommend Leak Pro. It's the best, most precise leak detection system for professional plumbers. We think it's great. But then you've got to come in once you find the leak. Chances are you're going to have to do some demolition. You're going to have to tear open walls to get the lines, or tear out carpet, open up the flooring, tunnel under the house, tear sheetrock out if you're going to reroute it overhead. It depends on what it leaks and what the repair can be. How do you prevent it? Check your pressure regularly. Check your meter. Is it turning? And then if it's something that you have to work on, make sure it's properly installed and make sure it's taken care of early. Because here's the thing. Slab leaks lead to foundation problems. And if they're not caught and addressed early, they can lead to very expensive foundation problems. I've seen slab leaks cost anywhere from a $5,000 just to tunnel up under the edge of the house and fix something to over $100,000. Now, that's not a ticket that I want to sell to anybody. I hate that. But there's a lot of plumbers out there. If they can sell you a $100,000 project, they love it. You cannot prevent every little problem, but a little knowledge can save you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars later. Guys, this is something that I hope you learn from, and I hope you check your system. If you're a plumber, are you telling the homeowners about these things? Let them know. They may want you to come out every year and look at it. And to me, that's a great idea. Huge thanks to our channel members. Your support helps us teach and grow the trades and keep this community strong. From the bottom of our hearts, we appreciate each and every one of you for being channel members and helping make all of this happen. Guys, if you love this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone. And if you like this one, I definitely think you're going to like that one. Bye, guys.